Welcome to another episode number 71 of the Super Podcast. And we got the whole crew back. We got myself, Eric, aka we going for it in 2025. Going for it in 2025. You got Armani, aka Lakers Make Me Sad. You got Josh, aka Capture the Flag and Race for Ace to 2025. And we got Ernest, aka Running Back, I guess. So on tonight's episode, we're going to discuss Team USA. They had their scrimmages against the select team this week. A lot of news coming out from Vegas, the camp, as they prepare for the 2024 Olympics. And also the three groups have been announced for group play for the Olympics. So we'll get into that. The WNBA Rookie of the Year battle is starting to heat up. And heat up big time. Cailtin Clark and Angel Reese, they're putting the league on notice. Angel Reese having big double games. Cailtin Clark also having triple doubles, having big games also. Also, both the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever are in the playoff race. So as the WNBA starts to wind down their regular season play, as they get into All-Star break and also Olympic break. Also, we got more news on the trade block and also free agency block as DeMar Derozan gets shipped out to the Sacramento Kings in a blockbuster deal. This happened this past weekend, and also they had an introductory press conference earlier today out in Sacramento to introduce him. Also, we had the introduction of Mikal Bridges to the Knicks. Let's see what's the big news, because there's a lot of anticipation of the four guys of the Villanova Four coming together once again as the New York Knicks try to climb up the ranks in the Eastern Conference. So today we're gonna get started with Team USA. They had their scrimmages this past week, and a lot of news are coming out. A lot of interviews coming out, a lot of footage coming out from camp. As you know, they have their first game against Canada. Prep-up game coming up tomorrow night, 10:30. Yeah, tomorrow night, 10:30. So we'll be tuning into that. And also let's discuss, since we're on that topic, let's discuss the group play, which teams are in the groups that will be heading to the Olympics, which starts July 27th. And it's going to be, and I think with the roster that USA has, they have probably one of the easiest groups throughout the whole group play. They should have an easy path to the medal round, to the knockout round. But if you look at the rest of the groups in Group A and Group B, if you look at who's in Group A, it's literally the group of death, in which you have Greece. You have, okay, let me just get that right quick. Hold on one moment. Bear with me right quick. So you have in Group A, you have Australia, Greece. All right. You have Australia, Greece, Canada, and Spain in Group A. That's the group of death. In Group B, you have Brazil, Japan, France, and Germany. And in Group C, you have Puerto Rico, USA, Serbia, and South Sudan. So that's your group of 12. And basically the way it works, each group, if you win to the top two teams in each group, advance to the knockout round. And then it is all hands on deck. So And as you know, the way these games are ref by FIBA is totally different than what is in the NBA. So it's gonna be real interesting to see who comes out of Group A, because with Canada and Spain and Greece, those are your top three. Those are your top three international teams that's gonna have to like really, really have their hands full with each other. I think Team USA has an easy path in Group C. It should have a cakewalk. So,
I mean,
that's every time, man.
I mean, yeah, but
you know what? You know we are.
I mean, this time this should be, because we have South Sudan and Puerto Rico. No offense to them, but I mean, I can see Serbia giving problems because
giving who problems?
Who problems?
Serbia.
The red, white, and blue. Us?
they got who?
I said
I get it. They got Jokic. I get that.
Yeah. But
we got Embiid. We got AD. We got Bam. I mean,
after Jokic, they got.
I'm just saying. Like at least go with the biggest challenge.
What?
But USA, they like I said before, USA should breeze through. Armani,
what was that for?
Jeez, yo.
It felt like he dropped his whole set.
Honestly, this is when you're gonna see me being the most patriotic ever, man. USA is gonna wipe the floor with every team.
Yeah, man.
Every team. I mean, I have the full utmost confidence. I don't care if they got Wemby, Rudy Gobert just standing in the paint. Bro, we whooping every team, man. Every team. This is America. This is the greatest country ever. This is what we do.
And not only that, this is probably the last hurrah for USA basketball for LeBron, Steph, KD.
Yeah.
Right? And Kawhi. I would throw him in there too. They're going to take it
in there. This is the one
and you can throw AD in there too. So this is probably those 6 guys. Like this is probably the last, ride for them. So listen, man, like they're going to take it serious. Also, Steph, it's probably his last hurrah too, right? So it's Steph's never been on an Olympic team. So they're gonna take it serious. Yeah, Armani, you right?
Yeah, yo, my whole set crashed again, bro. Yo,
when you at ringside at WWE when they ripped the table off and
the Spanish announce table.
Yeah. But yeah, like the only team I honestly see, like looking at their, it's only 2 teams where I'm like, all right, they're gonna give us some competition. Even I don't think they'll have a chance to win, but they'll give us a competition. Is obviously France, because Wemby is a factor. Like I'm not gonna just like Wemby push him to the side.
They're doing a pick and roll with Wemby and Rudy Gobert.
No, please do. Go ahead. You can't do that against this USA team.
The only thing that's concerning with them is that with FIBA rules, they could just stand in the paint all day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Good luck with Steph hitting threes. KD hitting
also,
good
luck.
And also the 3-point line is closer in FIBA.
Yep. Man. And then also like less foul hunting. And then also, isn't it a rule in like in that tournament where like it's really not a such thing as like goaltending or something like that?
Like,
no. So you can if the ball is on the cylinder, you can pause, you can touch the ball or take the ball off the cylinder. You know what I'm saying? Like you could affect that. In the NBA, that's called goaltending, but in FIBA rules, that is just fine. So yeah, like France, yes,
what's the second team?
Canada. Canada, because Canada, we match up better to me with Canada because of, like the height, whatever. But they're deep, so like I can see in a scenario where Dylan Brooks is trying to get under somebody's skin. SGA's been proven, so I'm sure on that stage he's gonna want to prove himself. Jamal Murray, we all know he's trying to prove himself. He has a contract coming up. But at the end of the day, I don't think they're gonna beat us. I don't think we're gonna wax the floor with them, but I do think we win convincingly, but they will give us a run for our money.
We just saw the USA versus Canada happen like 2 months ago. We just saw what that resulted in. They not like us.
What was that?
Not like us. They not like us. What was that? Just saw what that resulted in.
Was that the 17U?
Not even
that was 17 and under.
Let's not even talk about one of the greatest teams ever assembled.
Because that did you know
they beat them teams by 80, man?
The USA team, for those who don't know, the USA basketball program has a circuit. So you have like 18 under, 17 under, 16 under, whatever the case is. And USA, the 17 under, has beaten every country by an average of 64 points. That is insane.
Crazy.
So that also tells you
games because they
our future is going to be a lot bright as well. So
they smoking everybody, bro. They said the 17U has never lost in the goal in the championship game. That's crazy. But enough of that. Let's we already know America is going to wipe the floor, but
I mean they have to, out of all the teams that America's probably in the easiest bracket for sure. So that shouldn't be a problem. They'll easily be a top 2 team in that bracket. It's when the chips are on the line. And again, what are you going to do when Embiid is cooking and now you gotta kind of like focus defense on the post, and then Steph is running around on screens, and you got LeBron coming downhill, or you got KD. It's AD. It's just too much. It's too much.
Got Ant-Man coming off the bench. Come on.
Yeah, Ant-Man. Speaking of the bench,
he's the number 1 option, though.
What I want to segue to real quick is who is the starting 5? Eric, we're gonna go with who do you think the starting 5 should be?
Wow. Steph, KD, Bron, Embiid. That's my 4, and my 5th starter. Damn.
You're not gonna like who I put on
the bench. Slander never stops. You gotta let it go. But Eric, what's your 5th person, man?
If I want to go big, I go Ant-Man. I could go with big lineup.
I mean, you could do that with Tatum. Tatum's 6'9".
Yeah, but also that's the thing. I can never go wrong with Tatum, Ant-Man.
Or if you want to go big, like you said, you could do Embiid at the 5, AD at the 4, KD at the 3, LeBron at the 2, and Steph at the 1. I'm just saying, like you could. That's a line they could throw out there. I'm just saying, but but if that's your 5, cool.
That's my 5. Fine. But also I can. But also with if I'm Greg, I'm playing 10 minutes each. Well, I could play like 5-minute intervals with any combination. I could put Ant-Man, Tatum, AD, Bron, and Steph.
Or Halliburton.
Still got Halliburton.
Yeah. Halliburton. You can throw Drew. You can throw Drew out there.
There's a whole lot. I could throw a whole lot of combinations, and
it's like some of these countries are like, some of these countries are like, we got this guy. We got okay, cool, that's fine. You got that guy. Got that guy. If
we have a Hulk.
If Tatum not playing well, okay, Kawhi. We got Kawhi. Oh, Kawhi not playing well. All right, Ant-Man. All right. Oh, he not playing well either. Booker. All right, like it's just like, dude, like Josh, what's your starting 5?
Watch when they put Halliburton on the court. Ooh,
they not gonna like this, man.
Ooh,
man, it's Steph, Ant-Man, Bron, KD, and Embiid. 80 off the bench. AD off the bench.
Okay. All right. Armani.
So
hold on, Armani, real quick. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Why Josh?
Yeah.
Why AD off the bench? I just want to know.
Because AD, like, they don't got a backup big. Yo, what's up with my camera? They don't got a backup big.
Yeah,
and who?
Bam.
I keep forgetting about that 6'8" running around center.
So Bam, shout out,
wait, shout out to Bam though. This is how I have to do Olympics. So shout out to Bam. I see you, my brother. I see you. Just know I see you.
Yeah. We see you, bro.
Yeah.
We see you, Bam.
Somebody pointed out a couple days ago.
Yo,
let me a couple little weary.
I knew I forgot to tell y'all. I knew I forgot to tell y'all off the air when we were talking about the whole USA thing and whatever's happening. Hey, they could breed another LeBron if them two.
yo,
just say Asia and
this
Bam
been going on for a while. Damn, Mikhail, I don't like you even more, Mikhail. You been trying to Mikhail is dirty for that. I'm not gonna lie.
Mikhail been trying, huh?
That's crazy.
And he knew Bam. That's Bam. Nah, Mikhail nasty for that, bro. That's a dirty Mac. But back to my starting lineup. That's nasty. I don't like that, Mikhail. That's really nasty for you, bro. But
you saw Lonzo try to, you know what I mean? But friend zone.
He had it in the wrong way. He tried to look like big flexing, like I'll pay for it. Like, bro, whoa, bro, like
did you know how NIL deals are probably like your contract right now?
Come on, bro. That would have probably worked for like all right. I'm not gonna
we on topic right now. We all topic right now. So
bring it back.
So okay, I had the same as Josh, minus I'm just switching Embiid and AD. So Steph at the 1, Ant-Man at the 2. You need somebody to chase some little guards around. Bron, KD, and AD. I believe AD is more mobile. And as Ernest sent us the video earlier today, he felt that he was able to get a lot more open shots. When you're playing with 2 perimeter dudes who can get you the ball, and Bron and Steph, AD is going to have a lot of options just to be a lob threat, a roll man. That's it. He don't got to get his buckets in the post like Embiid does. You know what I mean? I don't think Embiid is going to be as mobile. And that's not really Embiid's game. Embiid is just face up or pick and fade 3. AD could just do one thing: set screens, catch lobs. That's it.
So I have Steph. I think all of us have Steph, LeBron, and KD as unanimous starters.
That's a lot.
I'm torn between the center position and the guard / wing position because I think it's all dependent on matchups.
I think I know who you're going with for the other two guard.
Who do you think?
Drew.
I was thinking Drew as one of the starters.
Just to only focus on one thing only. Just to harass.
Because at the end of the day, like with USA, you always need a glue guy, just a guy that's gonna just do whatever. Because again, as much as the stars have to sacrifice, it's kind of hard to get out of that, that mindset of like, when I got the ball, it's time for me to, especially when your talent probably supersedes everything else that's out there in front of you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, and then if you're having Steph, KD, and LeBron on the floor, defense is really not going to be something that's important to them three, to a certain degree. So that's why I'm torn. I'm actually torn between Drew and Ant-Man as the other guard starter, and for the big, I personally had AD as a starting big, but I see why you put Embiid there, because offensively, Embiid is he's going to get to the line. He's Now, my concern with Embiid is the flopping because that is not going to fly.
He was doing that in the training camp.
Yeah, like the foul baiting is not going to really work. And then like when Embiid is on the floor, you're gonna have to, and same with AD to a degree as well. You're gonna have to run a lot of post ISOs, and everyone else is standing around. Versus like now, like if Steph is and I'm sure with Kerr as the head coach, they're gonna run some Golden State offense to some degree. Yeah. There's gonna be some iteration of that where Steph could move around off the ball. If ultimately I'm gonna go with Embiid. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna go with Embiid, KD, Bron, Steph, and Drew. Oh man, I'm really torn between Drew and Ant-Man, but I'll probably lean Ant-Man a little bit more. He's a bigger guard.
Wow, me and Ernest on the same page, y'all.
Yeah, right. First, right, rare.
This is why I agree with that. Only because I think the second unit of Team USA
is going to be insane.
AD, Kawhi, Tatum, Booker, and Halliburton or Drew, whatever, come out. That is,
they're going to put clamps on teams, bro.
Like AD is going to feast on every backup big, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing. Sure. So that's why I just like that matchup more than Embiid, because you could run that group could be faster than the first group.
Yeah, facts.
And I like AD in a faster pace with minus like I said Embiid. I said Embiid just now?
You said AD.
Yeah, I like AD in a faster pace rather than Embiid play with the second group who plays with a faster pace.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Which makes sense. I mean, I think.
And damn, I keep forgetting this guy.
Hey, listen, Asia at a bio, but the thing is with them, I'm curious to see, because the reason why I'm going to lean towards Ant-Man as the other off guard, LeBron's probably going to have the ball in his hands a lot because he's 40. He's not going to be doing as much. He's going to facilitate a lot, I think, in my opinion. So with him, being a primary ball handler, with Steph coming off and KD coming off, and then Ant-Man slashing, and you got Embiid in the post like that. That is going to be really, really tough to guard. And then if you want to switch it up, let's say LeBron wants to be off the ball. Okay, Halliburton, you could run the point.
Yeah.
You can have Hallie, LeBron, Tatum, AD, and Bam. Like there's so many different ways. Or Book. It's just so many different ways that these lineup combinations can go.
All I know is Hallie gonna be carrying up the court.
Yeah.
I'll be seeing Hallie carry all the time with that dribble. And another thing I was gonna say, Josh, I'm with you, man. I'm excited for USA hoops. I ain't patriotic, but I'm excited. Look. Next show, we gotta do the Pledge of Allegiance before we start the show. Right. I'm taking a knee like Kaepernick, man. I ain't patriotic, but it's gonna be fun to watch, bro.
It's gonna be fun to watch. Obviously, tomorrow, I got Embiid, KD, LeBron, and Kirk. Yeah, John, I agree with that. That's me and Josh's starting five. I think that should be the starting five. And Josh made a good point, and now I'm more convinced that should be the starting five because Josh, you made a good point of
about the second unit.
The second unit. Anthony Davis with that second unit.
It's gonna be beautiful. Oh my god.
Then imagine you could. Personally, what the line I want to see though, I want to see Steph, Booker, LeBron, Tatum, and AD. That's the five I want to see. Like personally, I want to see that five. For my own selfish reasons, I want to see them three on the floor together. Oh God! I need Steph, LeBron, and AD on the floor together as much as possible. Get as many reps as you guys can. It's important to get
Go
that
for a little-
continuity.
Go for
It's
a little
important.
test drive. Go for a little test drive.
I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying I just want them to play together because it's going to look good. It's going to look really good. That's all.
You know,
Rod-
AD's the first guy off the bench. Embiid is gonna be the first guy sitting down. AD.
Oh yeah, facts. First 5 minutes, indeed. All right, you can sit down. You know, and plus, let's be honest. These guys are laboring injuries. Like Embiid is.
Mhm.
So it came out today. Embiid is ramping up. Tim Bontemps from ESPN reported today that Embiid is ramping up to be 100% to be full throttle. So, you know, Kawhi said he just started playing basketball again a couple weeks ago. So he's ramping up. I'm like, oh,
Yo, if I'm a Clipper fan,
Clipper fan, I'm
Yo,
not happy.
Clipper
Bro.
Daryl, I know you down bad right now because
Oh, he's been down bad for the last 3 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But your man's PG
I wouldn't
just
be down
left.
bad.
And no, so look, what
very
stopped
into
them
let's go Clippers.
And if I'm Steve Ballmer, I'm ripping my hair out, whatever hair he got left. But for Kawhi to be the deciding factor, whether the Clips win the championship or not for the past couple of seasons, and he's like, you know what? I'll play Team USA basketball.
Nah,
I'm good.
You know what
I'm
someone
good.
said to me? Well, I found this hilarious. Kawhi probably heard that if he wasn't a full goal, they was going to replace him with Derek White. He's probably like, hell no.
Yeah, you know, yo.
Hell no.
Derek White over me.
So okay. So let me ask y'all.
I could have seen if it was Kyrie, like, all right, yo, if you don't play Kyrie, he's gonna replace you. All right, cool. That's Kyrie.
Okay, so that was my
Derek
question,
White?
right? Yeah, because
And I love Derek
that
White.
was a
Now,
rumor.
I love Derek White, man. Like he's a great glue guy, like utility. Great with what he does. But
Stop
let's
this.
Why
chill.
not Paolo? Why
Yeah,
not Paolo?
Oh,
man?
Paolo, exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, you could have did Paolo. You could have did Kyrie. You could have did Donovan Mitchell. You could have did Trey Young. You could have did.
Can't do Kyrie. We already talked about that.
No, I'm just saying as far as the talent.
You're running the risk. You're running the risk out there, man.
Look. The Patreon's gonna be. They got him. They got Kyrie.
Nah, you know why? Because I'm not trying to get canceled. I'm not trying to get canceled, but you know why? I'm sure Kyrie wasn't selected because he's gonna have that big ass Palestine flag waving around, and that's cool. I support that. Like, let's end that war seriously. But no, like, politics plays a part. We understand that. It does.
Adam Silver is scared of that. Adam Silver is, bro, especially what happened. What was it? 3 seasons ago in China.
He didn't want to take the vaccine.
Oh,
Yeah.
with Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey.
He's scared of that. He don't want
And
any politics.
LeBron was
anything.
tight. LeBron was like, you couldn't wait till we got back from China to say that shit.
Because the Lakers and the Nets was stuck out.
Yeah, we were stuck.
They were stuck.
They were stuck out there. Like, yo, bro, what you doing? But yeah, for personal reasons, I need to see LeBron, Steph, and AD on the floor together. But ultimately, I think that 5 may be the starting 5 where you have Steph, Ant, KD, LeBron, and Embiid. It just makes sense. But you know, tomorrow they do play Canada at 10:30. Exhibition game.
AM?
Yeah.
No, PM.
No, PM.
Oh,
Yeah.
we finally get in. Okay, because I remember Olympics used to be coming on like.
Well, because remember,
It's in France.
the FIBA games were in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
right?
in the Philippines, yeah.
So
They're a
like the
whole
top,
day ahead of us.
it's a whole day and a half basically ahead of us.
I think some was in Abu Dhabi and also the rest was in Philippines last year.
Yeah. So this year, I know it's Vegas, and then from Vegas they go straight to
Paris.
They go straight to Paris, and I think Paris is what's the time difference over there?
Like 7 hours ahead of us.
7 hours. 7 hours.
We definitely going to the to the next Olympics, y'all, in LA, man.
Yes, 2028.
Speaking of which,
yes,
don't you think LeBron might want to play till 2028?
No.
He's gonna be 50, man. How
He's
old is
40
he now?
He's 40. He's gonna be 40 in December.
Hey, look.
He'll be
Diana
40.
Taurasi,
He'll be what, 40,
44?
44?
He on the coaching staff, bro. He has
Yeah. But I think by that time, man, because like 2028, by that time, one of the expansion teams will be there, Vegas or Seattle. And if it's Vegas, he's going to be the owner of that team. So I don't care what no one says. He's going to be the owner of Vegas. Like no one is stopping that train. So yeah, I don't think he'll play that long.
Hey, Diana Taurasi playing 6 Olympics, so
No, I get it.
Never
Yeah,
know.
She's
never know.
41.
Wait. Rudy Fernandez is playing his 6th Olympics.
He's
too.
still?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's still playing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't forgive him for leaving the NBA, man. I honestly forget.
Yo, he was nice.
He was mad nice, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm bored here. I'm going back home."
He could dunk
What you
too,
mean?
bro. Yeah.
I don't know, man. LeBron, I don't know. 2028 is that's
20
a lot.
Him
son.
still wearing the Lakers jersey in 2028, bro. Can you imagine that, Armani?
That's crazy, bro.
He
I
really
don't-
gonna look like Boris Diaw.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yo, you gotta stop. You gotta stop with this, man.
He gonna say he out there looking like Al Horford. That's crazy.
Whoa, bro. Nah, I can't see Bron go out like that. He can't go out like Vince Carter, bro. I need him to go out on a high. Like, I can't see that happen, man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think Team USA is gonna fare really well. Obviously, like as I said, tomorrow they play Canada exhibition game at 10:30 Eastern in Vegas. KD is not playing because he's dealing with a calf strain. So, like, these injuries are scary, especially for the older guys. Because, like, again, like LeBron, Embiid, and Embiid's not even older. He's just injury prone. Kawhi, you know. And then you also have KD also dealing with some type of injury. And then LeBron is just for age, right? So you never know. But these guys are going to take it serious. And I think tomorrow they're also going to show some dominance, I think. I think it's important that they do. Like, I don't think – because, like, Canada's going to come up in there and they're going to try to – you know what I'm saying? Like, they got Dylan Brooks. Yeah. They're going to try their antics. They're going to try their stuff. You know what I'm saying? SGA is going to be on one. I assure you that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I think USA has to come out with a sense of like, yeah, we know y'all good, but we're just that better. We're just that better. So,
like we always are. The whole world knows it. That's why they hate us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Come on, man.
Speaking of,
that should be our theme song when we play Canada tomorrow.
Speaking of they not like us, there was a certain individual in that video. As a resident Laker fan,
that's a fire segue. Fire segue. Good segue. Good segue.
As a resident Laker fan, we've all agreed on Twitter to skip the part that DeRoz came home because he didn't. Anywho,
he did. He came back home to California.
No.
Yes.
No.
Look,
Josh, hold on. Josh. It's like this. Josh, you're from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But if you lived upstate and we're like, yo, Josh just came home, son. He lived upstate. I'm like, no.
Sacramento's like upstate over there?
Yes.
Look, when I was typing up the title, I put DeRoz came home. And then I thought about it. I'm like,
nah.
We
skipped that part. We love DeMar, but we skipped that part. You know what I'm saying?
Sacramento can't be like upstate,
man. Bro, it's like
it gotta be like Long Island. That's like
no.
Bro,
they have to take a plane.
From LA, you gotta fly there, bro.
You have to fly.
Yeah. They Buffalo.
California's a big state, bro.
Upstate, bro.
Buffalo. Yeah, man.
And it's a state capital. Like Albany. It's the state capital, like Albany, bro.
Right. Albany 4 hours away driving.
I'm gonna say Albany. Hey, Albany.
Yeah, Albany.
He upstate, man. He ain't home. He home, but he ain't home. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, he's still like 3 hours away.
No, you're not really from New York.
Right. You know, like, you know that conversation, like, yo, you from New York? Yeah, where you from? You know, Nyack.
Albany.
Nigga, what?
No, I'm from New York, I'm from New York.
You're from upstate. It's a whole different conversation.
Be like Long Island.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not from the boroughs,
I'm from Islip, New York.
Like,
yeah.
Like, all right, like, you from where? Like, you might as well be from Philly, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But as we segue, DeMar DeRozan signed a 3-year, $73 million deal in a signing trade from the Chicago Bulls to the Sacramento Kings. bolstering that roster. They only gave up Harrison Barnes and 2 second-rounders. They actually made the salary space by offloading Davion Mitchell by trading him. I forget where they traded him to. Was it Toronto? Toronto, yes.
And the EuroLeague MVP, Sasha, whatever his name is.
Yes. So, you know, Josh, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about because their starting five is going to look like this probably. It's probably going to be Sabonis at the 5, DeMar at the 4, because DeMar played power forward in Chicago, which Chicago's a whole nother story. Keegan Murray as your 3, your 2 will probably be Herter or Monk, and then your 1 is Fox.
Wait. You said put DeRozan at the 4?
He played the 4 in Chicago.
I know, but I mean, and plus you don't have Harrison Barnes anymore.
And who's
their
4? Their 4 is Trey Lyles. You're gonna start Trey Lyles, and then you're gonna put Sabonis, Trey Lyles.
That's nasty.
Nah, you
can't
do that.
And that's also why they're in the end. You've been hearing conversations about them trying to get Kyle.
Who's their backup 5? Who's their backup 5?
I think what's his name?
Sometimes they put Trey Lyles, but is there anybody else? Do they still got Alex? No, Alex Lynn.
Alex Lynn is still there. He's still there.
Alex Lynn.
Yeah, Alex Lynn.
I don't see you starting him. So, oh God.
Oh well, and they do have JaVale McGee. So JaVale McGee is their backup.
But he's not playing. He's not starting.
Right. So their bigs are. You got Trey Lyles.
Did they trade? But in that trade, didn't they get Jalen McDaniels? Ain't he like 6'10"?
Yeah, but he's not starting.
He's probably thin.
Yeah.
He's not starting.
Yeah, I don't know who they got at the 4. They got
right.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think DeMar will start the 4. He was that in Chicago as well. But Josh, what do you think? Or how much of a threat in the West you think the Kings can be now with this 3 all-star tandem?
I think they're definitely better. You're replacing what Harrison Barnes gave you with a guy who could score better and could facilitate better than he.
And by the way, Fox and DeMar led the league in fourth quarter points and clutch points.
That's exactly what I was going to lead into too. Is like I think DeMar helps them with a kind of dynamic that I see the Kings struggle with in the past 2 years. When the game slowed down, it was only like Fox that could really get it done, and when you add DeRozan to that, I feel like they're going to be even much better in the clutch situations because now you got to pay attention to 2 guys. Yeah, Sabonis, he's not really like that in my eyes, like that when it comes to those we need to win this game, because that's just another situation for another day with Sabonis. But I think DeRozan and Fox.
I mean, he was all NBA, wasn't he?
Yeah, but closing wise, I don't trust him. I don't trust him. Like, I trust him making the right pass. I don't trust him with, okay, I'm gonna get my shot. And I feel like with Fox, the league kind of caught up to that when you saw last year when the game slowed down. It's like, oh, we already know what y'all gonna go to. And Fox had to give up the ball sometimes at the end of last season. Now you have another guy that can help them get that bucket, So I actually like it. I don't know, because the West is tough, man. They're going to be competitive, but might be an upper playing team to a 6 seed with the way they're looking. So that's how I feel about it. I like it. It's a good trade for them.
That's fair. Eric, you wanna go?
You could go.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
But before the show started, Eric and I we was talking about like who was going to be some of the top teams in the West, especially with all of this changing happening. Pretty much the question was, will the Lakers make the playoffs? But that's a topic for another day. But we said
after to the audience, we're gonna do our preseason primer. Right after the Olympics are over. Because I got an interesting take about that when we get to that point.
Yeah. So, but we spoke about it, like just who was going to be the top teams in the West. And the Kings are not top 4. I think we had the Thunder, we had the Wolves, who else we had? We had Mavericks and I forget what the 14 Nuggets. Yeah. So that's the 4.
Nuggets. That's not a top 14 team.
Hey,
you got the best player in the world right now, man.
It's kind of like everybody just falling in line at this point. You know what I mean? But anyway, a huge upgrade for the Sacramento Kings, as Josh said. Getting rid of Harrison Barnes, definitely will help them out a lot. I also think that's also a valid point that you made about the scoring in the fourth quarter, because I feel like it was all on Fox to kind of get the buckets, or Monk to come in and be a firecracker for them to get buckets. Also, 2 things. De'Aaron Fox contract extension. I think that's something that's been kind of looming, and I think he has a chip on his shoulder, especially not making the playoffs last year. The year prior, they were the 3rd seed. It was a 3rd seed, right? And they went to Game 7 against the Warriors and lost. And to not even make it back and kind of like improve, just to take a step back, that's kind of weird, right? Also, the Sacramento Kings is kind of like a high-powered offense, right? Corner threes, 3-pointers, layups, fast breaks, right?
Run and gun, yep.
Run and gun. What I think DeRozan really, really helps them out with is scoring in the half court. And that is a underrated part about like the NBA now. I know everything's all 3-pointers, baskets, layups, dunks, all analytics. They say mid-range is like a bad shot, but you have somebody who is perfected, who's actually really good at it, who actually sometimes reminds me of Kobe when he shoots those mid-ranges based off his footwork and stuff.
People don't understand that the mid-range shot is so demoralizing when a guy consistently is hit. I remember watching Kawhi.
Oh, it was my God. Don't bring me back to this time. Well, it doesn't matter anyway because they're old news, but I get what you're saying, man.
Kawhi against the Lakers, right?
Oh, my God.
2018, right?
2019.
And like, and it's just like jump shot. The jump's like, yo, like it, like when people talk about like MJ and Kobe with the mid range, like it could be so deadly. And I get the 3 is deadly, like when Steph hits those 3s and whatnot. I get that, but like the mid range is like when he hits you with the bop and then pull up, and it's like, bro, and it's consistent.
And Kawhi jump shot.
You have to alter your defense.
Yeah, his jump shot is so flat. It's like this ain't going. It's an air ball cash. But anyway, though, the mid-range game just being such a lost art in the NBA, I think that's where DeRozan really comes into play. DeRozan can also facilitate. That's an underrated part of his game, and DeRozan can still get to the basket, and that's something else that you need on his team. Somebody else other than De'Aaron Fox. We know Malik Monk's going to come off the bench and get some points. Kevin Huerter sometimes is nowhere to be found. So you have a legit second scoring option on this team, and DeMar. Yeah. I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
So I think with this move, getting
don't worry,
DeMar DeRozan.
30.
So with this move for DeRozan, to me, I think they are right below the top 4, but I think they're a legit playoff team, right above the cut line for the 6th seed. Do
you think they are better than the Pelicans right now?
Yes.
Interesting.
Because I know they got DeJounte Murray. They got to figure out what's going on with Brandon Ingram, and also there's still questions about Zion. It's 5 years in, going to year 6, and we still haven't had a full season of Zion, and he hasn't played a playoff game. So we need to answer questions about the Pelicans. As far as the Kings, they're a playoff team, a top 16. They're not a top 4 team as of right now. Because I still think you got the 3. I still think it's the Thunder, Mavs, and the Timberwolves. Nuggets, I'm gonna push them down to 4, but I think there's a gap in between those top 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
because but as we were looking right now at how the CBA is wreaking these franchises, you got to get your books up, y'all, because you don't want to be in that second apron and not making the playoffs and not making a deep run, and it's not looking good for your
like
it doesn't make sense.
Like the Charlotte Hornets, they're a second apron team. Why?
Like how? Like how?
Wait. I gotta say it real quick. Josh, you look like a locked video game character right now, bro.
All right, let me turn on the light.
Yeah, man.
It look like I need like
like a locked Fortnite character. Like I don't know what he is, but like, if I use V-Bucks, I
gotta buy some microtransactions to unlock you, bro. Like
you better buy that 75,000 VC for $20, my boy.
We good. We better now.
Better, way better.
Like I understand it's dark days. You know what I'm saying with the Nets. But there's light at the end of the tunnel, my brother. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
So hot that I just.
Bro, I feel that. I'm burning up right now, bro. This humidity is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Stay cool. Drink y'all water, man.
Yeah. So also, let's not forget they extended Mike Brown. They drafted Devin Carter out of Providence, and they just re-signed Malik Monk. And with the sign and trade of DeMar Derozan, this allows Kevin Huerter to like take a back seat because towards the end of last year, towards the down stretch of the season, he was not good at all. And then to compound that, he had the injury that basically ruined his season. So it gives the Kings more firepower, but also it balances them out offensively because, as you mentioned, Armani, he's deadly in the mid range. You need that, especially come playoff time. Like, and I know everyone wants to run and gun, shoot threes, layups, dunks. When you have a guy who can get his own shot in the mid post, free throw line extended, elbow, mid range, now you can do a whole lot of other stuff like pick and roll with Sabonis and DeRozan. You can play a 2-man game with Malik Monk and DeRozan. You could have a 3-man. You could and also you could put in a lineup with DeRozan, Monk, De'Aaron Fox. So there's more firepower with the Kings. So, and let's see what Mike Brown does, because I know even though he got his extension, I think the sea's starting to get a little bit warm out there. 2 years ago, 48 wins. We got to the playoffs the first time in 2 decades. Last year was
06, right? 06?
Yeah. Last year I thought it was a big disappointment because I thought that they were like used the 2023 season as a springboard to improve, especially on defense, and I thought that they took a step back. I think they took a step back offensively last year. Just because of the games they lost on offense last year didn't make sense. And I think just getting DeMar Derozan for the Kings, it's gonna stabilize them offensively, especially in the mid-range game. But I still think that Mike Brown, he might be even though he got his extension, keep an eye out for him. Keep an eye out, because mind you, before he got that extension, it was basically a pull and tug on how much he was going to get. 10 million, 8 million. The Kings were offering him $8 million per year, but he wanted over 10. And there was like a whole speculation of, okay, are you going to give Mike Brown 10 mil? You had other coaches getting extensions like 13 mil, 15 mil per year. So,
but also, you compound that with you were a 3rd seed the year before, and then you didn't make the playoffs the next year.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. So 2023 they made the playoffs a 3 seed. Last year they bottomed out in the play-in. So I think even though with this 3-year extension, I think it's a little bit more tenuous than people think. So I think they have to. I think this season they're gonna have to bounce back, big time. They got to make the playoffs, not the play-in. They got to make the playoffs. And then we'll see what happens. Because the Western Conference, Angel, we need answers, bro. We need answers for your Nuggets.
No, we don't need no answers. They had their run, and it's over. Simple as that. Like I said, and I'm going to say this, they beat 2 play-in teams to win the championship. And now we see who's phony and who's not.
Who's fake?
Those are the type of people I hate. Ooh, rest and piss, Denver Nuggets.
Nah, that's crazy. No, that's crazy. Yo, man.
Oh man.
But Eric, go ahead, man.
My bad, Angel. You walk right into that, brother. I'm sorry. I'm down bad right now. Okay, my leg is injured. A damn thing. Okay.
You just broke that saw.
Keep going, man.
Hey, here you go, Reese.
You know what's there.
Yo.
Oh yeah. So that's my take on the Kings. As we segue to another press conference that we had earlier today, Mikal Bridges gets introduced to the New York Knicks. As y'all know, 2 weeks ago, Tuesday before the draft.
Wait. We reacting about his press conference?
I mean, y'all did it with DeMar Derozan.
Press conference?
It's introduction. It's introductory.
You can't.
I'm
let him enjoy it.
Let him have it. You know what I'm saying? Like the Knicks, they finally got something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? It's they are legit. You know, and it's their due. So let them have it. We will revisit this at the end of the season.
And the season, we might revisit this for 2020, 2031. So, as you know, up in Terrytown at the Knicks headquarters, Terrytown. Terrytown. That's where they're training at. So
it can't even do it in the city.
It's basically like Sacramento.
Upstays.
It's Sacramento.
Anyway, it's a 45-minute trip from the city.
So, because the Nets facility is
I know.
Park.
Yes.
It's on 36th Street.
It's like literally one stop on the train.
Yeah, it's on 36th Street and 3rd Ave. I know exactly where it's at. You know what I'm saying? So, you would think the Knicks will be like in this city, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I mean, like the Lakers, they're not in. It's in Los Angeles, but it's in El Segundo, so it's not. So I get it. I understand. It's not in like downtown LA. I get it. But I'm just saying, Tarrytown, Metro North.
And here they go trying to run it back again. Anyway, Mikal Bridges gets introduced formally earlier today, and it's full circle because back in 2018, the Knicks had a chance to draft Mikal Bridges, but the old regime went the other route. And thanks to Phil Jackson, as John Chaletta will know, my KFTV mod partner, they choose Kevin Knox. So that's neither here nor there.
Was hyping up to be PG, by the way.
I blame the last regime. I blame the last regime for that.
Also, by the way,
that was the last regime.
Also, by the way, Kevin Knox is playing Summer League still right now.
Yeah, with the Warriors, right?
With the Warriors.
Yeah, with the Warriors.
Keon Ellis. So, NBA media was doing like their little TikTok stuff, whatever. And they were asking some of the Summer League players, what's the last thing that you Googled? And Keon Ellis said, last thing I Googled was how long was Kevin Knox in the league. I said, oh my God.
Wow.
I will send it to y'all in the chat, but it's crazy. I was like, whoa, they let that go?
Nah.
Wow.
That
I know,
straight was
John Toronto, I
crazy.
know the pain, bro. I know the pain. Corner boy Kev for 3.
Oh my
Oh,
god, that straight
yikes.
was crazy.
So anyway, back to the lecture at hand. So
He got
he discussed
cooked.
the. So basically, he discussed when he actually found out when he got traded. He was at Desmond Bain's house in Dallas when he learned about the trade. So yes, he actually
McHale
said
was in Desmond Bain's house.
yes. He was chilling at Desmond Bain's house in Dallas when he found out about the trade. Then he went on FaceTime with the Villanova boys, and yeah, they chopped it up. So also he also mentioned OG Anunoby. So basically knowing that he's been knowing him for years, has had a chance to, grow a relationship with him. So it's gonna be real interesting, and we're gonna be real intrigued to see how that combination works with the wings, with that starting lineup. And it's going to be something that we've been waiting for, because knowing that what's in our conference, the defending champs with Tatum and Brown and Porzingis up in Boston,
In your division.
they hey, they're trying to go for it. They're trying to go after them. So I mean, it's right is rightfully so. I mean, I know I know there's some people out there just talking about the overpay for the draft picks, but then there's not that many superstars out there. So you're gonna have to pay up to to land them.
Wait,
And
you said superstar?
yeah, I said there was no superstar out there.
Oh, I thought you was referring to McHale as a superstar. I was like,
No,
whoa,
no,
whoa.
that's it. There was no A1 type star out there. So
Okay,
they had
yeah.
to pay a premium to land Mikal Bridges. And also there was talk that Leon Rose, Knicks president, gave Sean Marks that call, like, hey, how much do you want from Mikal Bridges? And he's willing to pony up those picks. So it's a very intriguing from what Mikal Bridges, and also the factor of coming back to playing with his Nova boys, Brunson, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo. So it's going to be real interesting to see how that group meshes, and how the adjustment period, how that goes with the adjustment. But I don't. I'm not. I expect them to like really like have no problem with Justin, because they play with they were in Villanova together. They won championships together. So I don't see where there's no big curve for all 4 of them to get together and just really hash it out, along with OG and
But
Brunson.
all
But
4 of them not starting though.
no, because you still got Randall, you still got Mitch. So
And you got
Josh, because Josh Hart and Dante are going to be coming off the bench. Yeah, Josh Hart and Dante are going to come off the bench.
So wait, so hold on, wait. So you're gonna start Mitch, I assume, right?
Mitch at the 5.
Your 4 is Randall.
3 is OG. 2 Bridges, and 1 is
Bridges. Okay.
and 1 at Brunson.
Okay.
So that's your starting 5.
So what I've been hearing for the past week, having a couple of conversations with some of my people, question that's been coming up a lot is, obviously y'all trying to go for it all, right? But the question is, are y'all better than Philly?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
I'm not disagreeing, but
here's my reason. So Embiid and Paul George, Now, if you're telling me like talent-wise, okay, Sixers, fine. You got the superstars, fine, okay. But as far as if they can play a full 82, or are they gonna get a full 82 out of those two? Because you could pencil Embiid to miss at least 20 to 25 games for the injury.
And I am not disagreeing. I'm not
Also,
disagreeing.
I know.
Because I was about to go there. Because OG ain't play a whole season in like 3 seasons. Brunson's been hurt. Who else has been hurt? Oh, yeah, that guy, Julius Randle's been hurt twice, back-to-back years. Mitchell Robinson can't stay healthy either. I'm just saying the health goes on both sides. It's not just, yes,
double negative.
It's an extreme for the Sixers because Embiid, right? And Paul George. I get that. But let's not negate that the Knicks have been this Iron Man. Y'all got one Iron Man. Y'all just traded for him. That's it. Everyone else has been hurt.
That might be in trouble too.
Also, that's all I'm saying. Like, I get the injury thing, but like, let's not absolve from the. Let's not absolve the Knicks from that standard as well, because they have been hurt too.
Yeah, I know, but my thing is like come playoff time. Now, come playoff time.
I mean,
same thing.
Embiid averaged 36 on one leg against y'all. Embiid averaged 36 on one leg against y'all.
But where's his help? But where was his help?
He had one leg.
Maxey was there. Maxey was there.
Maxey was there.
Yeah, Maxey. Cool.
Now, and also now with Paul George. Okay.
Here's what I think with the PG thing, though.
I feel like with the depth and the defense and defensive.
You're supposed to say that, Eric. By the way, like you're supposed to say that, like So we get it.
Well, I'm just looking at the depth and also the defensive versatility that the Knicks have right now. I mean, I can like really.
I will say this
on that side of the ball.
I will say this though: the advantage that the Knicks are going to have against the Sixers, Armani, is that the Knicks defense is going to be hellacious. Like that, you cannot refute. Mm-hmm. They play hard as it is, and adding a guy that can really defend wings that you need in the East, they're going to be hell to deal with. Just on a regular night, a regular ass night in February, you rolling in the MSG and they're hounds on your ass, right? Like a lot of teams don't want to deal with that, especially with Tibbs' style of play. So the Knicks, by default, because of how hard they play, are going to win games just off of that alone, because we know how the NBA is, right? So to Eric's point, I understand. It makes sense. I'm concerned from a playoff perspective because they have nobody, and no one in the league, honestly, to guard Joel Embiid. Because when he's going, it's an avalanche that you cannot stop.
So,
and that's my concern, because that then in turn, look how great Maxey was playing off of him while he was on one leg. You add Paul George to that, it's a whole different dynamic now. So
I'm glad that you brought up the playoffs, because that was actually one of the things I was thinking about too. I'm glad that we spoke about health. With the playoffs though, we're looking at two dudes who has a lot of playoff shortcomings in Embiid and PG. Embiid hasn't been past what? He hasn't been to the conference finals. Yeah, hasn't made it past to the second round. And obviously PG just had a lot of, so Maxey's like the new kid on the block. I believe the advantage that the Sixers have is the other side of the basketball, offense. Maxey's proven that he can score. He dropped 50 like 3 times last season. PG can score, right? Just PG sometimes, does this thing where he's cooling, chilling, coasting, or sometimes trying to get his in the first half, but can't. But in the second half, he wakes up, right? And then Embiid was, in my opinion, I believe we can all agree here, was MVP of last season before he went down. He dropped 70, right?
70. Yeah,
he dropped 70. He dropped 70. So as far as him scoring the ball, like that's nothing to him. My thing is just when them lights is bright, what happened? So I'm glad you brought the playoffs, but just wanted to have that convo, just ask that question because that was something I've been hearing a lot. Obviously Boston is re-signing their guys. And also another point I want to make, when you look at the NBA now, and I'm actually glad that Ernest brought this up before we went live. A lot of the teams that we're seeing is not really like big threes don't do it anymore. Big threes don't win you championships. It's a lot of a lot of role players. You know what I mean? a lot of duo kind of borderline all-star type of dude, and then a bunch of role players that can fill in the gaps and win you games, eventually win you championships. So that's all I wanted to know. Just throwing out that question.
Josh, you had something to say. Just go out and say it.
Say it, bro.
I'm just gonna enjoy the ride and see where Mikal takes you.
Well, he's not a number one option. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about his fake defense that looks shaky in the leg every time. But hey, it is what it is, man.
Everybody fake demon.
He was out there by himself. Like, come on, man.
I'm even in that playoff run when he's on the Suns, I seen him get abused by the guy that just went to Philly, PG. But I'm just paying attention to the tank in Brooklyn, man. You know what I mean?
And okay, so perfect segue. I'm glad because we totally missed him when we was talking about Team USA. Cooper Flagg, what y'all think, man? What y'all think about him, man? What y'all see? I know Josh got a microscope, like scouting, looking. What y'all think, man?
DVR all Duke games starting November.
I'm gonna just say this.
You said DVR?
DVR all Duke games.
To our younger audience, do y'all know what that means? Do y'all know what DVR means?
Oh, what? They know what that means.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Cooper Flagg don't need to go to Duke. He don't need to go to college. He's ready to be in the league now.
You sound like LeBron when he's talking about Bronny.
You know what I'm saying? From what I saw, what I heard, Cooper is he held his own. No, they don't. What Reese mean?
DVR.
Oh, yeah.
DVR.
Yeah. Reese, they don't know what that is no more. I don't know why Eric even brought that up. Cable don't even exist no more.
Right.
I don't know. They're gonna find like a highlight on TikTok, and that's it.
Right,
exactly. They're gonna be on Streamies.
Yeah, Streamies. But yeah, I think Cooper kind of solidified his stake, right? Or his positioning rather. He's ready. Like obviously, Duke will help him, like fine tune some things, but you're playing against what's the roster? 12 man roster USA, right? 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I would say you got Steph, LeBron, AD, KD, Kawhi, right? That's so those 5 guys are on top 75. And he went in there and held his own against some top 75 guys. That's at 17 years old. That's all you got.
At 17. Think about that.
He's not going to be 18 until next year, guys.
Right.
Next year when he's about to get drafted. So
exactly.
I can't wait to see.
Oh, and by the way, I expect like 8 teams to start tanking. Okay, and probably another 4 teams to tank during trade deadline.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is with this year's trade, at least this season, teams are going to, especially teams that are spending, and this is why the Nets have to be careful, Josh. We're thinking about teams right now as they stand and what they might do and whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
We're not thinking about during the season. Injuries happen, right? Trades or whatever. There could be a shift in the approach from front offices that may feel like, you know what, maybe this is not worth it this season, and we do what we got to do. You know, especially when they see Coop playing more at Duke, and they see the performance he's putting on, and they see
they got the game tape. They got the game tape.
Yeah, so like the teams that are going to be bad as it stands right now, we know they're going to be bad. The Brooklyns of the world, Washingtons, the
Detroit,
you know what I'm saying? Like
Atlanta,
maybe.
I don't think Atlanta's going to be
Portland.
bad. Because look,
Portland.
Here's my thing with the East.
Mm-hmm.
The East, we already know bottom half of the East, other than like 5-6 teams, we don't know what's up with those 5-6 teams. Remember, it's still an extra 4 spots for the play-in and then the last bit of the playoffs. I think Atlanta is going to be a playing team, probably a 7 seed. As long as Trae Young's still there.
So that's where I was going with that. Do you think that, you know how the NBA works now, right? Some weird injury happens, they sit him out, and he just sit out until they find a trade partner with them just so they could take and lose. You think that's a possibility?
Because that can happen too. Because
like it can happen.
Because Josh, it could get to a point, and I agree with the Atlanta thing. Because I don't think Atlanta's going to be. I think their roster's not that great. I think they're going to be bad. But with Trae Young, and everyone's going to know, Trae Young's going to have the ball. He's going to try to score. They're going to load up on Trae Young. Other guys are going to have to make plays. But also, I just think it's going to be a time because I don't take lightly what these players say at their press conferences. Like, there's always a small grain of truth behind all this stuff.
Bro, it's PR.
No matter
telling your
right.
PR feeding you.
And no matter how much PR is feeding you, some of that stuff, that truth comes out.
Yeah.
And Trae saying, you know, he loves Atlanta, wants to stay, but he wants to win. And if y'all not on the same accord, at some point, it's like, you're like, man, I get it. Y'all trying to get the next young guy. I'm young too, but I'm trying to win, bro. I've been here long enough. I'm tired of losing.
I got you.
And, you know, so like
another reason I'm not worried about them is you just got the number 1 pick. You're not getting that again. That's not how that is. It doesn't work in back-to-back. So that's why I'm not worried about Atlanta.
Unless you're Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but Cleveland, it was like every other year.
No, there was a year. There was Cleveland one got back-to-back years.
What year was that?
No, did it?
Nah.
No. Okay, I'm bugging.
Remember,
it was they got Kyrie 1 year.
Anthony
was
Bennett.
Thompson.
Yeah. And then Tristan Thompson was number 1 pick?
No, he wasn't.
He was 4th. No, I'm saying it was Kyrie, then Tristan Thompson was 4th.
And
then it was like Bennett.
Anthony Bennett. It was Anthony Bennett.
Yeah.
Anthony Bennett.
No. It was Wiggins. It was Wiggins.
Wait, huh?
So what year was Anthony Bennett? Anthony Bennett was the number 1 pick.
Anthony Bennett was 2013.
2013.
Wiggs was 2014.
No,
Wiggins was 2016.
No, Wiggs was 2016 because
Wiggins
LeBron traded.
Wiggins was 2014.
No, it was 2016.
He came in with Embiid.
2016 was Brandon Ingram and Ben Simmons.
Let me tell you.
He's right. 2014 was Wiggins because
LeBron went back to Cleveland in 2014.
Yeah, LeBron went back 2014.
Okay.
They drafted Shabazz.
Wiggins didn't play a minute. They was like, he going to Minnesota.
They drafted Shabazz Napier. LeBron was like, yo, he looked good in the tournament. The Miami said, oh, LeBron likes him. Let's get him. And then LeBron was like,
yeah. Like, yo, I'm mad at the Cleveland. Let's go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that the Celtics had got the 3rd pick in 2 back-to-back drafts. That's what I was thinking. 2016 and 2017. That's how they got Jaylen Brown, and then they got Tatum. Yes. Okay.
They had the number 1. They traded back.
They had to trade back to number 3.
Yeah, they
the
fleeced the Sixers. The Sixers were the 3rd pick, and they picked Fultz number 1.
I mean, to be fair, Fultz.
Good. Speaking of Fultz, I don't know why he's a free agent still right now. Somebody need to pick that kid up.
Tyus Jones. What's going
Tyus
on?
Tyus Jones.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
And
saying?
Gary
Like,
Trent, what is going
and
on?
Gary Trent.
Gary Trent won 25
Well,
million.
I'm
Yeah, he's
hearing
straight.
he might
Out of his
be.
mind.
Gary Trent won 25 million per.
He's out of his mind,
What?
bro. I
Yeah,
like Gary
Wait,
Trent.
no, it was
25?
he wants 25 million per.
You see
Gary
what
Trent.
people? You see what paying OG does? You
But-
see? You see?
But you see what I was saying off the air. These owners are not trying to pay these role players all this bread. Franz Wagner,
You're not a robot.
who's yet to crack 20 points a game. I don't care. He didn't crack 20 points a game in the season yet.
Dude got
5 years,
220.
217 or 220, whatever.
Yeah,
That's
whatever.
crazy.
And this is
Yeah.
why I say what I said. If I was an owner during the CBA talks, I'm telling them right here, point blank. Players might have hated me, but I'm like, yo, you need individual accolades for you to get 200 mil out of me. I'm not paying you 200 mil if you don't got no all-star, no all-NBA, no all-defensive team. What do you mean?
Oh, you think the 200 million for role players is gonna be crazy now? Wait till the TV contracts comes in.
Yo, I
Just
said
don't
this
get
on
it.
last
You're gonna have the
episode.
first. You're gonna have the first
No.
$300 million role player, bro.
I understand that, but also too, that's why these owners are
Yeah,
selling
that's-
off now
That's John.
because
They
because
cashing in.
when the expansion happens, it's like I said last week, if I'm an owner and I'm splitting the money 30 ways, cool. Now I gotta split it 32 ways? Nah.
Yeah,
And I gotta pay the role players over 300
Yeah,
million?
yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah. I'm
And
good,
also the
bro.
luxury
I'll take
tax and all
I'll take
that.
my $6
Nope.
billion right now.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I mean, yeah, like I said, that's why Brandon Ingram right now ain't sitting trying to figure out what's going on. Pelicans not trying to pay 200 mil. They're just not. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Before we sign off, let's talk about the WNBA.
They hooping. They
Because
hooping.
you know, there's a lot of action going on right now. Obviously, the talk of the town, or the two prolific women rookies that have changed the landscape of the league in Angel Reese and Cailtin Clark. Cailtin Clark coming up with it. It was funny because Angel Reese sets the record on Saturday for the most double-doubles by a player, not by a rookie, not by just a player, right? Sets the record, right, for double-doubles. And then the next day, Cailtin Clark becomes the first rookie to put up a triple-double. And it's like, at some point, you know, we all got to acknowledge, like, both of these women.
And beat us.
Yeah. Walked up in there, was like,
I
yeah.
don't get too hyped because your aces is not too cool. Right now. I'm not gonna lie. Even though y'all got a legend on your team.
Yeah, I'm about to say I have the most dominant player in the league right now. I don't want to hear nothing.
Okay, wait. Let's not talk about the Elks. Let's not get into that with the aces. Telling you, once they change their colors to the Raider colors, man, they lost their magic. But you know, conversation from the other day.
Chelsea Gray was injured to start of the season. Too.
Yeah, and
that's not the only. But I'm just saying, like, I'm telling you,
they've been better. They've been playing better since she's gotten back. So they had that one loss against well, I believe it wasn't Seattle, was it, or Phoenix?
Two bad teams. Either way, it's bad.
Y'all lost to the Fever. It gets even worse.
All right, we lost to Superstar.
I cannot do
the record.
y'all gonna play boxing one, and no one else wouldn't have. I mean, Aaliyah would have gone off though, but I'm just saying, like, also, but at the end of the day, man, these two women have been like phenomenal, coming into the league and just saying, "Yo, I'm here," right? Like stamping it, and the W can't. They should they should be on the USA team, both of them. But also the W can't shy away from putting these two women on a certain pedestal. Meaning, like, again, no, they're not better than the legends of today, right? They're not there yet, but they're the new upcoming, and you have to embrace that to a certain degree. So, you know, I what Angel's been doing, man, has been. And shout out to Carter. What was it? Kennedy Carter, right? Kennedy Carter.
Yeah,
Kennedy Carter. She got a lot of wiggle. Like she can. She's a very athletic guard that can shoot. And I think what the W has to realize with these two women is that because of them and Asia, you can add an Asian to this conversation too. But because of them three, but obviously, like I said in previous episodes, like Angel, Reese, and Cailtin Clark had a following, and these new fans aren't the fans of the W; they're the fans of Angel and Cailtin. Excuse me.
Bless.
Thank you. But more eyes are starting to see the W now because of them two, and we're starting to see other women perform that we've never heard or seen before.
And I'm glad that you brought that up because I know last week they unveiled the All-Star teams. All-Star game is coming up soon for the WNBA. And I seen a crazy stat that I seen it as we went off the show, and I was like, you know what, this is like very, very big. So like last year, right, the leading vote getter for the All-Star team was Asia Wilson. She finished with 35,968 votes, right? This year, Asia Wilson, who was selected to the All-Star team, she finished with 217,773 votes. So that should already tell you what it is. That's like that. And Cailtin Clark was number 2 with 216,427 votes. Last year, it was Breonna Stewart with 32,000 votes. So that's a huge leap.
That's a crazy leap, man.
Yeah.
No, it's important that they get recognized. But I beg the question, because we like to do hot takes. Who is your rookie of the year?
Yeah. It's tough. No,
Listen, man.
Listen, call it co-rookies of the year and call it a day.
I'm a fellow.
Eric, that's a cop-out, man. No, hold on, Josh. Eric, that's a cop-out, man. That's a cop-out. That's a cop-out, man.
I mean, they did it in the NBA.
Yes, I know.
And that was a cop-out, too.
It was Grant Hill and Jason Kidd. But look how many other years they could have done it, though.
They could have done it in a lot of other years, and they never did it.
Remember, Melo should have been the rookie of the year. They gave it to LeBron. Melo made the playoffs.
That was a perfect year to do a Cole, right there.
That year was perfect year to do the
co-MVP. Exactly.
Rookie of the year.
Melo made the playoffs in his first season.
Melo
made
the playoffs every year he's been in Denver.
Come on.
Here's the thing about that Melo thing. You see, they gave it to Braun because he's like, oh, the stats and all that. Now they judge rookie of the year. Is he on a winning team? Where is this logic for Melo then? What are y'all talking about?
Right, but that always going to change though. Come on.
We lost out on who won rookie of the year one year. Scotty Barnes won rookie of the year because he was on a team that was on a lower playoff team. Like, what are we talking about here, man?
Well, as it stands right now, the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever are both playoff teams. The Atlanta Dream was like right behind both of them. They both. It's just like any given day, one team loses. You know what I mean? That race is very tough. I would behoove the W to make sure. I don't know if you got to put Scott Foster in these games or whatever, but I would behoove the W to make sure the Fever and the Sky get in the playoffs. Just saying.
This question is really tough because like both of them is doing like pretty historical things right now. Obviously, Angel Reese is on a double streak right now, and Cailtin Clark was able to get a triple-double, and they're proving that they can play up, that they can hold their own against the greats. Like the week prior, they Angel Reese squared off against Asia Wilson, and Cailtin Clark squared off against Diana Taurasi, 2 legends of the game. So they trying to put their stamp on the league,
and both of them held their own.
They held their own.
Angel had a double-double, no problem. And Cailtin, they beat Phoenix. They came back and beat Phoenix.
They was down 15. Yep. Yeah. Oh my God, man! Yo, come back to me, man. Somebody else answer this question. I don't know.
I'm gonna just say this disclaimer before I give my answer. I'm a Reese's Pieces guy.
I know who's gonna win. I know who's gonna win. But Josh, go ahead.
I'm a Reese's Pieces, man. I'm a part of that stand group. You feel me? But Cailtin Clark, I'm sorry, bro. Cailtin Clark deserves this, man.
Yeah.
And it's not just
say it. No, say it. I know because I'm thinking it too.
She's just a better player. That's all it is. Like she's coming in. What is she averaging? She's averaging like 17, 6, and 7, bro. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Yes,
and I know.
Angel's averaging 14
rebounds
and
11.
Yeah,
she averaging 14. Yes.
Also,
and they're playing with two bigs.
And also, Angel was named Player of the Week alongside Angel Wilson. So that's elite company, you know what I mean?
And they got a better record than the Fever.
Right.
By half a game. By half a game. Come on.
I was going by the contradictive criteria the NBA and WNBA have. So.
And I know we was we was talking about Cailtin Clark's struggles at the beginning of the season, right? And you just got to give it time. And now I'm glad that they finally surging. They finally do anything. They hooping, because like all of the critics and the fans, like they all quiet now. Sometimes you just need players to adjust into their system. You know
what? Eric's right. For more debates, give them co-rookie of the year, man. More debate. That's gonna have people like, what are you kidding? Yo, just imagine.
And then
yeah, I agree
and
with
then
you. I agree with you, Eric. I'm not gonna
and
lie.
then how about those two teams going a long playoff run and they meet up in the finals?
That's fantasy.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
What Jim Jones said?
Not beating the libs. Nobody's beating the libs this year.
What Jim Jones said? He's like, you're out of hand now.
It's going to be the Aces and the Liberty again. Like, let's cut that out.
The way the standings are set up, it'll be the Liberty and Aces in the second round.
Look.
Oh, that's easy work.
This is a sidebar. This is a sidebar. But I need the Liberty to hurry up and win a championship because they ran up against the Houston Comets like 3 times and could not get it done. That's just a sidebar. I was watching a documentary on the Houston Comets. They four-peated. To
be fair to the Liberty, Comet teams are. Come on, man.
But look, we over here discussing. Look, we discussing Aces and Liberty. The sleeper team, the real sleeper team that nobody was talking about, exactly, is the Connecticut Sun. That's the sleeper team right there.
That's cute.
Sorry, but we can't. Listen, UConn. I said UConn. Connecticut is only good for UConn. That's what I meant to say. They're only good for UConn. Let's keep it like that. They only to be in the
2 years ago.
Connecticut is only good for leveraging to get a new contract. That's what Connecticut's good for.
Wow.
Let's go there.
Connecticut is only good for being the third forgotten state in the tri-state area thing. Every time people say tri-state area, they just think New York, Jersey. They don't even know the third state. It's really Connecticut. That's what they're good for.
Some people, no cap. Some people think the third state is Staten Island. Like, come on.
Look, shout out to my boy Harry. He gonna let you know about UConn.
Gonna be mad.
He gonna let you know about Connecticut.
Yeah, he can enjoy Dan Hurley and his wife. How about?
My God!
Enjoy that.
My fault, Harry. I forgot you from. Nah, Harry's good. He's gonna want in on the next episode. He from Connecticut.
He's from Hartford, Connecticut. You're not from New York. Yeah,
nah. He is from New York, but I think he moved to Connecticut and moved back here.
All right. Shout out to Harry, man. Like, for real. Shout out to Harry.
Harry, we didn't mean anything about Connecticut. I'm sorry, man.
All right.
Listen, man.
I still got to answer this question. Oh my God, man.
I know you're Reese's Pieces, just like me, man.
I know. I'm gonna go with CC. I know they're gonna give it to her, man. They're gonna give it to her. They're gonna give it to CC, man. The media don't like Angel. They don't like her.
I don't think that's true. I don't think
that's not true.
That's
Y'all
It's
don't
not the
think so?
media. It's not the media. I'm telling you.
that's people who don't watch the WNBA.
That
Fair.
and
Fair.
Cailtin Clark fans, not all of them, but some of them, there's an agenda behind it, man. Like, it's weird. I don't want to get into the nuances of it, but it's weird, and they know it's freaking weird. It's like any given moment they could use, like, all right, like, since they lost Trump, it's like, all right, who's our savior now?
Yo,
Anyway,
relax. Y'all had somebody to move on Brooklyn. Y'all had,
That's crazy, yo.
Yo, you going crazy out here, son.
yeah, we Reese's Pieces out here, man. We Reese's Pieces out here.
Personally, I want Angel Reese to win MVP. I'm MVP. Whoa. I'm pushing the brakes there.
Hey,
Asia is going to win MVP. But Asia Wilson, she's going to get MVP. That's a lock. But no, for Rookie of the Year, I would go with Angel Reese. But I understand why they would pick Cailtin, because to me, this is why I think the W should lean into it more, like we discussed 2 episodes ago about bringing them together. Just make them the co-rookies of the year. Because guess what? That means everybody's happy, both sides. And then no matter what you're going to do, you're going to complain anyway.
Yeah,
exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Everybody won't be that one. I'm not gonna lie. You cook with that one, Eric.
I'm telling you, like, come on.
So
like,
just give them both. Let the W lean into that unity between them two, right? Because
that's a commercial right there too.
UNITY.
Yo,
Birthday Magic. Right there.
UNITY.
That's the WNBA version of Birthday Magic.
UNITY.
Think
you know
about
what
it.
I'm saying? Like,
You know?
look, that the year Magic and Bird came in, I think 79, right?
79, yeah.
79. Rookie of the Year was Larry Bird. The runner-up was Magic Johnson. But the Finals MVP was Magic Johnson. So, like,
he won the real prize.
Everybody wins somehow, some way.
The bigger prize, yeah.
But you got something like the Denzel Washington meme. I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something. So at the end of the day, just give them both co-rookie of the year. It's the perfect time to do it. It makes sense. They're both of their teams were bad last season, and now they're back in the playoff hunt because of those 2 women. It is what it is. We got to lean into it. Let them both get co-rookie of the year. People are going to argue and be upset regardless. It doesn't matter. So why not have both of them win it and still get the complaint? Like, why not capitalize off of that marketing and still get the divisive vitriol from the fan base? You're still going to win. So the W should lean into that. Just make them both rookies of the year. It makes sense. And yeah, I just hope to see them in the playoffs. W, please make sure that both teams are in the playoffs. Oh, if you want the ratings,
he calling for them to get the refs on the job. Nah.
If you want the rating, hey, super pause. But in the league, Scott Foster's nickname is called the Extender. Okay.
Wow.
And that's for a reason. That is for a reason. Okay. Even the people outside I said something AO. That's why they're honking. Like, they call him the Extender for a reason, bro. Okay.
Because you can't just leave on that note. Like, that sounds crazy. Man.
It does sound crazy. But all I'm just saying is, man, at the end of the day, get them in the playoffs. Because again, you want revenue, you want ratings. Don't get me wrong. The Liberty, Aces, the Sun, and the Storm, right? Like those 3 teams. No, yeah, the Seattle Storm. No, not Seattle.
No, not Seattle. You talking about
Minnesota Lynx.
Minnesota
Lynx. Right? Those are the 4 best teams right now, right? But granted, like Collier, you know what I'm saying? Cunningham, not Cunningham. How do you say her last name again? From Connecticut.
Hold on. You talking about Carrington?
Carrington, yeah. Jeez, I said Cunningham. I am so sorry.
No,
and then you also got Alyssa Thomas on that team.
Yeah, don't mess
Like-
up. Don't mess with my girl.
DeWanna Bonner.
DeWanna Bonner, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell Rika Jackson too. Keep playing.
Chill. Smash.
But those 4 teams, right? That it's gonna be great basketball between them,
Mhm.
and they're gonna get ratings. But if you bring in Angel and Cailtin into the playoffs, and they possibly might have to face each other, hey man, like the W has a great opportunity to capitalize off it. So please make sure that they're in the playoffs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mhm.
And on that note, enjoy the Olympic Games. Like I said, the exhibition games tomorrow against Canada. Very important game to see. Kind of
Will
see
be
what our
tuning
team
in.
looks. Yes, kind of see what our team looks like at 10:30 Eastern. Going to be very interesting to see. I know Canada's going to come out ready to go. So, and then we will see how the rest of the offseason for the NBA unfolds. Hopefully, my Lakers do something.
Do something, Rob.
For real.
Do
And,
something.
And tune into the WNBA. It's really important, guys. Like, these women deserve our attention. They deserve to be talked about. What you know what's crazy? Twitter, NBA Twitter is ridiculous as it is, right? But once I start seeing people start to slander WNBA players and they start showing clips of like their low lights, I'm like, oh, now we're here.
Yeah.
Now we're here.
Yep.
Now we're here.
Bro,
right?
I seen that clip of Angel Reese like traveling with the ball mad times on mad
Bruh.
different accounts, bro.
You
Double dribbling.
not only
mad
that,
times.
the what you call it, the Kelsey Mitchell play, where Cailtin gets the rebound, she does a sick bounce pass, like full court, like
Mhm.
bounce pass. Mitchell gets the rock, goes for a layup, hits the bottom of the and like it got so many views and retweets, and I was just like, and people like, look what Cailtin got to play with, and I was like, oh, we're here,
Right.
we're here,
Yeah.
we're here, and as negative as it can
And
be,
Mitchell's nice too.
yeah, she's
Right,
nice,
exactly.
she's nice. Like, did you see her? First of all, the game against the Liberty, cold. The game against the Suns, she's one of the reasons why they came back.
She's
know
a
what I'm
spark.
saying?
Mhm.
But again, it's like we get the same smoke with NBA. Like LeBron just yesterday.
Yo, he shot the side of the backboard, yo.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
It looked crazy. And
Yo,
then today,
because he shot the ball with like
yeah, it was confident, wide open. Hit the top side of the backboard, and it went viral. And it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
I even watched the viral clip. I watched the whole training, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
Yeah. So look, like it's a part of the discourse. You know what I'm saying? Like
3 rims again.
You, hey, Steph should know. Hopefully he'll know sooner. And you know what I'm saying? Shoo! That's what you gotta play. Nah, and this is part of the discourse. You listen, it's gotten to the point now. Skip Bayless has found his replacement hater. Cailtin Clark. He is not a believer in Cailtin Clark. He's like, she has no clutch gene or none of that stuff. Like, he's already going off with the slander, and I'm like, oh, we definitely here now. You know what I'm saying? So like the W, lean into it, man. That's all I'm saying. So, and to the fans, just give it the time to just watch it. It's really good basketball. Yes, are you going to see high flying dunks? No, but some of these layups that these women be making, those are some tough ass shots, man. You know what I'm saying? So just watch the game in its purity. Like, just enjoy it because it's really good basketball. Like, all the women, it's really good basketball. So until then, peace and love, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.
Wait. And yo, Asia. I'm gonna need you to like get something together because I saw a couple of highlights from you in practices when you was in South Carolina. Like, you was dunking on the rag. Can we get one?
That's what I'm
Thank
saying.
you.
Don't worry. She already told me it's gonna get done. You know what I mean? In the finals. Finals. exclamation pointer in the game type. You know what I mean? Finals MVP, league MVP, champion. 3-time.
Look, I'm gonna just end off this note, and I said it on the past episodes. I think Aja Wilson has the ability to be the greatest WNBA player of all time, but we could talk about that on a different episode.
I'll tell you like this: she win this one.
Come on.
What?
Come on, you put her
Come
in the
on,
conversation.
In the words of Rashad McCants, move around.
She's what?
Lisa Leslie, move around.
For that conversation.
Cheryl Miller,
man.
move around.
She's what?
Tina Thompson, move around.
I want to hear it.
The GOAT, GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. That's what I'm talking about.
So,
that's why she's MVP.
Special message for Maya Moore. They wilding over there. Come
No,
back.
I feel you. I feel you.
I feel you.
No, she got what? She got 4 of them things, right?
got
Yeah,
4.
I feel you.
She got 4 of them things.
I
She
feel
never went back to back. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen.
And the talent is better now than it was then.
Listen. Maya Moore was so bored. She's like, I'm winning too much. I'm gonna just retire in my prime. I'm gonna start off a new project. What she got with her? Somebody from. She's like, I'm gonna try to get together with this guy and build
like
something.
social justice.
Listen, shout out to Maya Moore. What she done was very honorable, for real.
Mm-hmm.
And the work that she's been putting in off the court. She's a legend in her own right.
Maya Moore, you hear what they saying over here?
But Maya Moore, to me, at this point now, is become the. I'm not saying like in terms of talent, like not talent, but like in terms of the conversation. But Maya Moore is starting to become like the Michael Jordan conversation, where it's like we recognize that MJ is the greatest, but there are a huge part of NBA communities that believe there's others that are above him. And we're at that point now with the W.
I wouldn't say Mike. I would say more like a Kareem. And the reason why I would say that is because when you ask somebody, like, I don't want to say a casual fan, but who they think is the best WNBA player is, most people might say Lisa Leslie. Lisa Leslie name might pop up as as in Michael Jordan when you're talking about like NBA. True. You know,
I'm just saying it's like just a conversational discourse about Maya Moore as the GOAT. Like, it's challenged now, and that's okay.
Yeah,
it's challenged now. It's supposed to be. That's all. Just like the whole LeBron and MJ and Kobe. And
not even a debate, though.
Well, who? Well, MJ and Mike? I mean, MJ and LeBron? It's not a debate? That's crazy.
End the show. We already an hour and 45 minutes in. It's almost 12 o'clock. End the show.
Right.
End the show.
No. We're not gonna end the show. Hold on. Wait. I need to understand this for a second. And in terms of what? Like, it's not a debate on whose side. Like, MJ's the greatest and that's it, or is LeBron's the greatest and that's it?
MJ's the greatest and everybody else number 2.
Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. Until then, we'll see y'all.
Let me just say this. 30 seconds. MJ is on list with Wemby for a lot of stuff. And he's a 6'6" guard. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, good night.
That's a fair point.
I mean,
wait. I'm gonna just say this.
Got a guy that leads all statistical categories in scoring. So gonna be rebounds, assists, or whatever.
That's what happens when you play 25 years.
I'm gonna just say this.
I mean, don't go drinking and smoking cigars 2 hours before your games, and maybe you can last more than 14 years in the league. But needless to say,
look, all I'm gonna just say is, remember a couple months ago there was this whole trend that was going on. We ain't messing with the 90s. We ain't messing with the 90s no more. Now they're saying that his stats were inflated.
Just saying. You don't hear that talk about LeBron.
That's what the
you don't hear that talk about Kobe.
But end the show. End the show. Eric, hit the button. Press the button, man.
Yo, listen, man. Shout out Jordan, you're the GOAT, man. Ron, you're number 2, man. It's okay to be number 2. I know you have never been number 2 in your life, but in this instance, you're number 2, bro. It's okay, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's hard to be number 2 to a person that someone emulated and was better than that number 1. But needless to say, whatever.
You saying Kobe's better than Jordan?
Yes, he is.
All right, bro.
Good night, everybody. Peace and love.
Nah, bro.
Peace and love. Eric,
Yo,
take us offline, sir.
I got you. I got
On that note, we'll see y'all next time on the
Eric, you got
Smooth Podcast.
Oh my gosh.